What are your thoughts on color and wallpapers, like you just mentioned, changing a room to freshen it up? Like for me, I actually saw something on your Windy City Rehab page where you had changed a kitchen, and I did this 2 weeks ago. So I have now that Annapolis blue, I think it's called,
Oh,
on
you
all
do?
of my kitchen cabinets. On the lower part, the upper part
Okay.
is still like a white. And then I changed my counter. It was a when I bought the house, it was a black, I don't know, slate, whatever you call it, which
Yeah.
I didn't like. And so now it's like this white marble with like kind of gold things through it,
Veining.
veins through it.
Yeah.
And it looks, I'm gonna have to send you a picture later. It
I want to
looks
see it.
so pretty. And I'm so excited to walk in my kitchen because now it feels pretty and I like hanging out in there. And it's this open floor plan that goes into one of my TV rooms. And it just looks so, and it's big and gorgeous. And I'm in there all the time now and I love it. I just
Yeah,
love that,
see? Because you're
adding the blue.
happy.
Yeah.
Like even if you didn't cook, you would probably want to be in there because you're happy in there and it feels really good. That
Yeah.
blue is beautiful. And the way you just said that you broke up the blue, like had you done the blue with the black and then the white, that's just too much going on. So
Right.
having the white countertop to balance out the uppers in white, I love that.
Yeah.
I just think wallpaper is an easy thing to put up and take down.
Hmm.
So I don't want to say that it's easy to take down, but it's easy to cover up. Like you want to
Sure.
paint it, you can paint over it. Um, a backsplash in a kitchen, it's not going to cost you a ton of money, but it's more of a hardscape. So if you want to replace that, that's fine. Painting your cabinets. I don't know. Did you paint or replace yours?
I painted. Well, I
You
didn't.
did.
I hired someone to do it. But yeah.
Yeah, good.
No, because
Very
the
smart.
cabinets themselves, I want to say they're like shaker cabinets. I don't really know much
Yeah.
about that, but they're beautiful cabinets. And so I just really wanted to change the color because they were all white.
Yeah.
And it changed the entire look of the kitchen.
Well, I love that you did. I love that you did a bold color on the base
Yes.
and kept it nice and light and white on the top. I love that.
Yeah.
Like in this kitchen behind me, it's all black, like quarter sawn oak
Mm.
lowers, and then I did the gold uppers.
I can
So
see
it's
it. It's
like, yeah, it's
beautiful.
like light, feels like doesn't feel so heavy.
Yeah.
So I love
So
what
do
you did.
you, so I guess my original question though is like, do you like the idea of taking a room and putting maybe one accent wall and a bright
No.
blue or a bright red or, okay, tell me.
I don't like accent walls because they're so like non-committal. It's like
Okay.
if you love that wallpaper so much, do the whole room. If you love that color so much, do the whole room. If you're just putting it on one wall, it's kind of like if you want an accent wall, do it the right way. Do it with texture. Do it with like contrast. Do it with like a stone or wood, right? Like
Got it.
bring it out. Don't just
Got
like
it.
throw a color on it. So no, I'm against the painting one wall, one color.
Okay, that's good to know. When designing a space, is there a particular element, like a type of tile? I know you're now getting into the tile business, but color palette, furniture piece that really stands out to you that you're like, okay, in every house we have to do this.
Oh, every house should have a mantle, a beautiful mantle, whether it's marble, whether you have a fireplace to put it around.
Yeah, what
I
do you
have,
do if you don't have a fireplace?
so I do huge candles that I stagger. In Vegas at my house there, I have real candles. So I light those and it just illuminates underneath while I'm watching
Mm,
TV. And
beautiful.
then in Chicago, I love finding antique mantles. That is one of my favorite things, whether wood or marble or stone, whatever. But but I like the mix, and I think everyone should have a mantle. It centers the space. It establishes a moment in a space, and it allows you to really put your furniture around it. So every house should have a mantle.
Okay, I love that. For people that have pets and or children, is there a brand of furniture or, something for furniture, for rugs that's safe? I mean, for me, listen, when I started on this house, everything was restoration hardware, Lulu in Georgia, whatever it's called.
Yeah.
Now I've had to get rid of it all because I have 3 dogs and they've ruined everything. They go in the pool, they go in the mud, they end up on on everything.
Yeah.
So now I go to Home Goods because I can get a rug once every 6 weeks and I don't feel bad about it,
Yes.
or a couch, same kind of idea. But what for you would you suggest for people that need like performance fabrics in rugs and furniture?
I don't dabble in furniture that much these days, but I would say for me, like my nieces and nephews come over, and I don't want to be I don't want to be the Thea's Greek for aunt. Sorry, I don't want to be the aunt
Uh-huh.
that's like, get off, don't touch that, right? I want to live. I want people to live in my space.
Hmm.
So, but I'm not keeping those kids.
Right.
So
Right.
I'm not gonna, like an ultra suede is not my favorite, but
Hmm.
there's also all these brands have performance fabrics.
Right.
It's
Okay.
I think it's a preference. I also think it's like there's some like nice cover options that look like a slip cover and then you can wash them. As
Hmm.
long as something is durable enough to withstand like scrubbing.
Hmm.
Like a fabric is the like on the back of a fabric sample, you'll see double rubs and it'll say how many. And you when you get to the commercial grade, like it's like meaning how many times can you rub a fabric until that thing's falling apart? So
Oh,
the higher
interesting.
the number, the better the fabric. And so just look for
Oh,
that.
I just learned something there. I didn't know that. Okay.
Here,
I'm
okay.
always scrubbing something off the rug, so that's very good to know.
Yeah, we'll see how many scrubs you have.
Okay, I will. All right, for someone new to design, what is one small change they can make to elevate their home immediately?
Painting your cabinets.
I
Either
agree.
doing it yourself or having someone do it for you. I'll tell you, doing it yourself is not easy.
No.
Um, but you can change the whole look and feel. And if you're renting or you own the home, it doesn't renting even better because you can put it back to the color it was, unless it was a
Yeah.
stain. Unless it was a stain. But it shouldn't just be for people that own homes. Like renters should be able to put their mark on something. Did I give you the thumbs up?
I don't know.
I should be able to change a space to feel like it's yours while you're in it.
Right.
And so cabinets being painted is a big one.
Okay, good. I love that. You've accomplished so much in design and television. What's on your horizon for 2025 and beyond that?
Well, I started my production company called Briefly Gorgeous Productions and pitched my first show with Briefly Gorgeous.
Hmm.
And it was greenlit. It's called Sin City Rehab.
Oh my God, amazing.
So I'm going home to my second city, Las Vegas, and we started filming about a month ago.
Oh my God, I
So
love it.
I
And
know.
what's
So
what's different about that? What will it be about?
what's different about that is you both know you were in Vegas. Vegas, that's what's different. Like the houses, the history, and also making sure that people know, like, I'm not going for the track homes. We're not going for the cookie cutter homes. I'm
Right,
going for the homes that stood out 50 years ago. We
right.
don't have the 100+ years that Chicago does. So, what history can I find and how can I bring it to life again?
Yeah.
Um,
There are
it's me
so
building.
many amazing homes there. And by the way, when I was there, I lived in the Las Vegas Country Club Estates, which is
Oh,
also where my grandparents live now, still. And very interesting because it was like Kirk Kerkorian, it was Steve Lawrence and Edie Gourmet are
yeah.
neighbors, and my godparents, essentially, they're dead now. God bless them.
Wow.
But and then my grandparents still live there. My grandmother, step grandmother, who my grandfather was 104, died recently, and his wife, who's now, I don't know, 60, is in the same house that my original grandparents lived in. And so it's just been like this fantastic place to go to live there, but also to see the evolution of that home that they've had there for so long. So the houses there are unbelievable.
I love that story.
Yeah.
God, I love that
And
story. I
also, when
mean,
I bought my first house there, I bought the maisonette in the Turnberry,
yes,
the ground floor,
I
and it
do.
was amazing. And I worked for Tao, and I had one of the designers from Tao, come and build out my whole new, home basically. And it felt like a home because it was the ground
Yeah,
floor apartment as
yeah,
opposed to an apartment. And it was so fun. I changed everything about it. And, in 2008, I ended up letting it go, but it was
yeah.
my most favorite thing ever. And has some great history. The owner of Piero's bought it for his
Piero Salvaggio.
no, no, Frankie.
Oh, Evan Glessman.
No, Frank, do you know Frankie from Piero's, the restaurant?
So I know Freddie, and then I know,
Yeah, yeah. Freddie also.
yes,
Okay, so yes,
yeah.
Freddie and his friend Frankie. But
Okay.
they know me well. I know them well. And my apartment goes to all the girls in their lives. I guess. It's so
Wow.
funny.
I love that. Evan
Yeah.
Glussman was one of my best friends, and he ended up marrying one of my friends, and they still live in Vegas. So
Oh,
you
amazing.
you and I probably know so many of the same people. And
So many.
also, I probably saw you a million times at Tao. I'm
Maybe,
sure.
yes,
I'm
maybe.
sure.
But no, so it's such an amazing place and always new things happening there. So you will
Always.
have a great time redoing those older homes.
Yeah, and a lot of production companies are coming out to Vegas, and a lot of studios are being built in Vegas. I've been in Vegas since I was 19, so I've
Yeah,
been there for almost 25 years. And
yeah,
I've watched that city change and just evolve into this beautiful place that has it all.
yeah,
And I just couldn't be happier to be home doing what I love in the other city that I love. And yeah, and just truly just building my brand. I mean, my tile collection continues to grow. I've got my new tile collection called the Malibu Edit that's
Oh,
coming out in, I think it's like less than a month. And
right.
then my new collection called the French Connection. This beautiful porcelain tile that looks like old tiles that you would see in like any a cafe or restaurant in Paris.
Yeah,
And then I have so many things that are like so many irons in the fire that like I'll be able to start posting about. And I'm getting into the beauty game, into
amazing.
that. I love lotions and potions and like making sure I'm always feeling good and looking good, and can't wait to really just announce that. So
Amazing. I cannot wait to hear about that. All right. So when people think of Alison Victoria in the years to come, what do you hope they remember most about you?
I hope they remember my authenticity. I hope that they remember that like they see themselves in me because I am so real and raw. And what they see on camera is exactly who I am in real life, because this is my life. And I don't want to hide anything or not show people, even if it's bad or the good, the bad, the ugly. It's like, here it is. Like me, don't like me, but like at least give me the credit for being real.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Well, Alison Victoria, it's been such a pleasure meeting you. I wish you the best of luck. Tell people where they can watch Windy City Rehab right now.
You watch Windy City Rehab Tuesday nights, 8, 7 Central on HGTV. They can stream it on Discovery Plus. They can just stream it on Max. And look out for Sin City Rehab coming later in 2025.
I love that. And tell people where they can find you. Do you read your DMs on Instagram if people reach out?
Only recently did I figure out you could see other people's DMs. I thought you could only see people that you follow. So I'm not very like savvy with that, and I do my own social. But yeah, no, I mean, people can find me on Instagram. It's the Alison Victoria, and gosh, I'm trying to get into TikTok, but God, I'm tired.
Yeah, it's a lot.
It's
Pay,
too
pay someone
much.
to do it if you have to. It's
I
like, oh my
know.
God, I can't.
I know.
It's
I
too much.
can't. I
Yeah.
can't.
All right. Well, hopefully, listen, if you're ever in Palm Beach, I will take you out for a drink. I'd love to meet you in person.
I would too.
And it's been so fun. We'll share hair girl
Done.
numbers.
Yes, please.
And no, I do wish you the best. I will keep following your career, and I can't wait
Thanks.
to see what happens for sure.
You too. And you let me know if you come to Vegas.
I will. Absolutely.
Okay. All right.